There are so many ways to be a fantastic parent, but the internet likes to tell us that that amazing thing that you do that works well for your family is wrong, and it means you're doing everything wrong. Guys, it's not true. There's so many parenting norms that I completely ignore, and I want to tell you about those today in case that A, it solves a problem that you might be having, or B, it makes you feel better about the weird decisions that you're making that, maybe aren't that weird after all. Let's talk bedtime. I feel like when I was pregnant and when my daughter was first born, I always saw
put your kid to bed at 7 p.m. and then they sleep until 5 a.m. and you just have to accept that you're gonna be tired for the rest of your life.
Y'all, I do not doubt that many people's kids wake up at 5 a.m. no matter what they do. I've talked to some coworkers, I know that it's a thing. I feel for them. It doesn't mean that I have to parent the same way that they do. I also look at my nephew who gets real grumpy and really angry if he stays up past kind of a certain point. But again, my kid is not like that. My kid rallies. She loves when we're somewhere late at night and she gets to hang out with the adults until 10 p.m. Absolutely loves it. Is in a great mood, is dancing and singing and just a joy to be around. So I look at that situation and say, I'm a parent of one kid who functions well late at night and who also, I might add, it's changing a little bit now, but traditionally she actually has slept in when she has stayed up later. So why would I interrupt my plans as a parent to put her in bed at a strict 7 p.m. bedtime when I'm having fun, she's having fun, the whole family, our friends, whatever it is, all having fun, and we'll still get good sleep that night? I'm not gonna do a strict bedtime. I'm just not, at least not at this stage. Now, we might have kids in the future that need a strict bedtime. Nothing wrong with that. If your kid doesn't need a strict bedtime, it's okay to not have one. You can blame this random girl on the internet that told you so. You're welcome. I learned this one as a swim coach, with parents' permission, of course. Bribery. Bribery. I used to get kids to try to be brave with new and scary things in the pool by bribing them with letting them pick something out of a candy box. It worked a solid 95% of the time. And you know what works with my daughter? Pecorino Romano cheese, Parmesan cheese, and Coke Zero. So if I really want her to try something new, or if I want her to finish the broccoli on her plate, I say you can have a spoonful of Parmesan cheese if you finish all of the broccoli. And don't come at me with the whole clean plate club. I am not president of the clean plate club. My kid just doesn't eat a lot of food, no matter what I do. And a lot of times I have zero problem with her not cleaning her plate. But I do need for her to eat things, consistently. And sometimes that is a way to make sure that she's getting some good calories, especially with vegetables. If it means she's eating a bunch of cheese with it, who cares? And soda, she's 2 years, 9 months-ish. It has taken us this long to get her to consistently eat anything at a restaurant, and even then it's a hot dog. So if I can get her to at least eat something to get used to eating new things in a new environment, I will happily give her the sip or two of soda. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it because again, it's what works for her. All right, so I actually love this one because it saved me a ton of time. I don't fold my daughter's laundry anymore, okay? I do 95% of the laundry in our house. I fold everything for my husband and I. We do the whole Marie Kondo method where we have our stuff vertical in the drawer. It works great. Nothing stays folded in my daughter's dresser, okay? So if I'm gonna take the time to fold all of her laundry and then put it all away neatly, just so that, the next day when I pull out outfit options for her, they get all thrown around because she's digging for something else, or we're throwing things back really quickly before daycare. It just gets messy again. So here's what I do instead. I've gotten drawer dividers for her dresser. We know where the short sleeve shirts live, which is different than where the long sleeve shirts live, versus sweaters and sweatshirt-y type vibes. And in another drawer, we've got the long pants, the shorts and the dresses. And when we're putting away laundry, I just take the big laundry basket full and my daughter helps me sort them and put them away. And I don't have to worry about her dropping them and messing up the fold. I just have to worry about if it makes it in the right area. Let's think through why we even really fold clothes, right? At least for me. I like to be able to see my clothing options. That's why I do the Marie Kondo way. She has me and my husband for that, to pull out the different options. I also fold laundry because it makes sure that things don't get really wrinkled. Kids' clothes don't really get that wrinkled. And honestly, if someone is judging me because my child's shirt is wrinkled, I don't want to be their friend anyway. Okay, I do not care. You can judge me all you want, I do not care. My logic is, why waste my time on something that I don't really get any value out of? I get value out of folding my own clothes. I don't get value out of folding her clothes at this point in her life, so I'm just not gonna do it. No snacks in the car. Just don't do it. If she does choke on something, A, I'm not gonna see that she's choking very quickly, and B, I'm not gonna be able to get back there to do anything about it very quickly. I just don't want the risk, okay? Most places where we're going, she's gonna be fine if she waits to eat till we get there, or we'll pull over to have a snack if we're really desperate. Also, it avoids having so many crumbs and other gross messes in your car. I used to let her at least have milk in the car. I don't even do that anymore because we've discovered a pattern of her getting car sick when she drinks milk in the car. Even if it's only like a 5-minute drive, she just barfs. I'm not gonna deal with it. No more, no food, no milk, nothing but water in the car. And by the way, if you let your kid have snacks in the car, I am by no means judging you. I just am not jealous of the mess that you have to clean up. So you do your thing, I'll do my thing, we'll all have happy kids. So we have a pretty big house, over 3,500 square feet. We had a space that could have been a playroom. It's actually this room. It's our sunroom, but it's dark. So dark room right now? I don't know, either way. We could have had a playroom, we chose not to do one for a couple of reasons. So we figured out other places where our daughter's toys could live. We've got some stashed in the buffet, in our dining area. We've got a corner in our living room with like a bookshelf, and that's where also a lot of our like rolling toys get parked. She's got toys in her room. So we've got stuff kind of everywhere. But because we've got toys in a few different locations, if there is a mess, we notice it. There are occasions where we leave things out, especially if we like build a really cool train track or something, sometimes we'll leave that out. But if she's got like the magnet tiles out, or if she's got her blocks out, or just random, toys, we've really instilled in her that, hey, before we go to bed, we pick up our toys. And of course, there's times where she's gone to bed without picking stuff up, and that's where we as parents are like, we want a clean house, we're gonna pick this up. We don't have a play space that we just shut the door and like ignore the mess and move on, because this is something that we want to show her that we consistently do. And also that our whole house is for our whole family. Her room is kind of her space, but even that, we've taught her to so far keep clean. We'll see as she gets older. But again, if she wants to keep that space messier, it's her space, whereas the rest of the house is a communal area that we all use, and so we all are responsible for keeping it clean. And I really liked that. The idea of a playroom was actually a debate when we moved into this house, and my husband was the one that really pushed for no playroom. And I'm very happy with that decision. I think it's worked out pretty well. So we're in the midst of that stage of toddler-dom where everyone's potty training. We made the decision to just never get one of those little toddler potties. My mother-in-law actually did most of our potty training. I fully credit her with how early my daughter was potty trained. And she, from day one, just plopped her down on the adult toilet and let her do her thing. No stool, no like mini seat, no nothing. We've done it a little bit differently in our house. We had one of the little stools with the little potty seat at the beginning, but as time went on, Nora just played with it. Like more and more, like she would like push her hands up on it and go like this, up and down, up and down. It was more trouble than it was worth. So now we just have little stools that she'll use to like climb up to get on the toilet. But as a result of that, she's not afraid of public toilets. Like the sounds in the room scare her, but the toilet itself doesn't, except for the automatic flush. But it's worked really well for us. If any of this is helpful, I've got another video you might like about toddler hacks. Just random little tricks of the trade that we have picked up along the way. I'm gonna link that video here? I think it's this side, maybe here. I don't know. You'll see it pop up now in case you're interested. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next one.